Natural wetlands have the enormous responsibility of filtering fresh water resources all over the world. Wetlands trap and purify excess stormwater by reducing high nutrient levels and filtering out sediments. The end result is fresh, clean water that replenishes our natural waterways. Through our research and design, we've developed a simple system unlike anything else in the market. We took the same natural approach that has made us the industry leader in smaller scale projects and designed a filtration system that can be used for a wide variety of larger applications. We're proud to now offer the Snorkel and Centipede Wetland Filter, the system you need to tackle projects that demand serious filtration. The Wetland Filter is modular in design and allows the builder the flexibility to expand a system to meet various needs. One part of the filter consists of a module called the Centipede that is responsible for distributing the water through the constructed wetland. It's made of heavy-duty polyethylene and comes in 6-foot sections. Each section has over 230 square inches of open area, allowing a flow rate of 1 inch per second at 3,000 gallons per hour. The water entering into the Centipede system experiences a 93% reduction in velocity. Attached to the Centipede is the clean-out component of the filter, called the Snorkel. This large tubular structure extends from the bottom of the wetland up to the top, where you'll find a removable cap that can be opened for filter cleaning. Each clean-out snorkel has 4 ports that can be used to connect up to 4 separate centipedes. Understand that each snorkel port occupied by a centipede will require its own pump and/or plumbing to function properly. With this system, projects larger than 1.5 acres can be filtered very effectively. Not only is the design easy to install, it's much less expensive than custom building a filter for each new project. However, the Snorkel and Centipede filter is not limited to larger scale water features. The enormous filtration capability of even the smallest 8-foot by 10-foot wetland filter is ideal for clients who want a water feature with a heavy fish load. One of the most overlooked and most likely beneficiaries of Aquascape's wetland filtration system are all those retention ponds found in subdivisions, developments, and golf courses. Very rarely do you ever see any natural plantings along the shoreline of a retention pond. Aquatic plantings and forms of aquatic life that you'd expect to see in natural ponds of similar size are missing from retention ponds. Basically, these ponds fail to duplicate Mother Nature. They are simply designed to handle stormwater and runoff from surrounding developments. So you won't be surprised to learn that the water quality in these systems is usually extremely poor. Over time, sediment levels build up on the bottom of these ponds, eventually raising to levels that require expensive labor to remove and haul away. Companies are often contracted on a monthly, even a weekly basis to chemically control and physically remove the overabundance of algae that grows in these systems. Lots of time and money are wasted in an easily predictable losing battle with Mother Nature. Now take that same retention pond and let Mother Nature do her maintenance dance for you. Incorporate a natural waterfall cascading down from a wetland filter. Invest in some aquatic plants along the edges and some landscaping around the pond, and you can turn what used to be an eyesore into a focal point of beauty for the entire subdivision. Prospective home buyers will most certainly be intrigued by an ecologically friendly community that has incorporated natural ponds and wetlands. These systems not only attract and provide habitat for wildlife, but also handle and filter the stormwater for the surrounding community. Most people interested in water gardening purchase a plant because of the color of its flower or the texture of its leaves. Little thought is ever given that the plant they are about to choose will have a direct impact on the overall health of their pond. Aquatic plants will not only filter the water and keep it clean, they'll also have a direct impact on the reduction of algae in the pond. Scientific studies are continuously finding different species of aquatic plants that are great at reducing nutrients and removing pollutants from water. Some of the more commonly used plant families are cattails, sedges, grasses, and rushes. Plants from these families are readily available and typically very hardy and prolific growers. It is important to use a variety of plants to ensure that their filtration capabilities are spread throughout the season. Different species of plants develop at different times of the year. Some plants break winter dormancy earlier than others, beginning to use available nutrients early in the spring. By planting a variety of species, the wetland will not only look more appealing, but ensure that the filtration is balanced throughout the entire year. Planting a diversity of species will help ensure balanced filtration. Plants such as cattails have very short roots extending 6 inches to 1 foot into the substrate. Bulrushes, however, have a deeper root structure, which can extend up to 3 feet below the substrate, allowing each plant to grab nutrients from different depths of the wetland. Rooted aquatic plants also help promote beneficial bacteria populations throughout the gravel substrate. Without the beneficial bacteria, nitrogen levels in the pond would top off the charts. This could cause health problems in the fish, diminished water quality, and the growth of excess algae. Aquascapes has taken all of the guesswork out of the design. Just plug the square footage of the pond into the chart provided and you'll discover the size of the wetland and the components needed to build it. The smallest wetland filter measures out to be 8 feet by 11 feet, and it uses 1 centipede and 1 snorkel. This system is capable of filtering up to a 600 square foot pond. Larger wetland filters incorporate multiple centipedes, which can be as large as 50 feet by 50 feet. This giant system is capable of filtering ponds up to 80,000 square feet. The beauty of it is that no matter what size wetland you're designing, you're using the exact same set of products and exactly the same steps to install them. There is no limitation in your design options. Locate the wetland filter adjacent to the edge of the pond to create a natural marshy edge. Or you can create a waterfall from your wetland filter by simply installing it above the water level in the main pond. You can even build longer streams and waterfalls by setting the wetland away from the pond. Any lined pond that can maintain a consistent water level should undoubtedly have a mechanical skimmer filter. The use of a skimmer has revolutionized the pond industry. A skimmer was designed for 2 reasons: to pull in surface debris from the pond and house the pump that operates the water feature. Unfortunately, most larger ponds aren't lined or can't maintain a consistent water level. Therefore, a skimmer filter is not an option. These applications often require a submersible pump housing be built to protect the pump from taking in debris on the pond floor. This is what we call a wet well. In the past, a wet well was simply a large corrugated drain tile cut and installed on the pond floor. Holes were drilled in the pipe to act as a pre-filter for the pump, and a large flat piece of stone was placed at the bottom for the pump to sit. On occasion, we will still use this type of wet well when we're dealing with industrial-sized pumps. But for all other applications, we're now using the snorkel and centipede wetland filter. We've taken the concept of a wet well and incorporated the snorkel and centipede modules to work their magic. Instead of the water being forced up through the centipede, it's pulled down. Boulders will cover the entire centipede just like a wetland application, and the water will be pre-filtered before it reaches the pump. The pump will rest down in the snorkel chamber, and a hole will be notched out of the top of the snorkel for the pipe to exit the unit. Note that the snorkel should be dug into the side of a pond, and machine work is often necessary, especially if the pond cannot be drained for the installation. In this application, we have 2 snorkels and centipedes built into the embankment of this retention pond, and 3 pumps feeding a constructed wetland up top. Within just 2 weeks of operation, we noticed a significant change in the pond's water quality. We've taken the concept of our constructed wetland and the function of a wet well and created a water feature unlike anything else. The pondless waterfall is perfect for adding a little curb appeal to your home without having to worry about the liability of a pond. The water is pulled down and pre-filtered through the centipede to the pump located in the snorkel chamber. The pump then transfers the water via a flexible PVC pipe up to your biofalls. The waterfalls will pour down and simply disappear into a bed of gravel. It's a simple concept, but the possibilities are endless. With multiple applications and alternative uses, the Snorkel and Centipede Wetland Filtration System can be the perfect fit for all of your future project needs.